From Southern Colorado's high-definition news leader, this is News Channel 13, where the news comes first.
A second day in a row that roads led to headaches for many driving around Southern Colorado. Coming up in a live report, we're going to have the latest on the slick streets around Colorado Springs. And we are 18 hours and 30 minutes away from that day Bronco fans have been waiting for the last 15 years. The Broncos in the Super Bowl. And thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Jonathan Petramala, and like I said, a second straight evening. Slick roads, streets, highways all over Colorado Springs. Things didn't seem quite as bad, though, as last night, but still hectic enough to frustrate drivers and keep road crews busy. KRDO News Channel 13's Scott Harrison has been tracking travel conditions all evening. He's driving around Colorado Springs. Scott, what are you seeing?
Well, we're on South 8th Street right now, and as you might be able to see, it looks pretty good. We were driving around earlier. We're trying to find plows. You know, you can never find a plow when you actually want one. But you can see here that the plows have been out, at least here on 8th Street. You can see, you know, 2 lanes, both directions, pretty clear, not much snowpack to worry about. Let's take you to video that we shot earlier this evening, though. The biggest problem of the day was that jackknife of a semi on the northbound I-25 just past the Fillmore Street exit. It backed up traffic from 4 until well after 7 this evening before it finally got cleared up. We did not notice as many slide-offs and stuck vehicles as we saw yesterday. Spring street crews say that they tried hard to avoid yesterday's problems, which they say were caused by snow falling too quickly and too many vehicles on the roads at rush hour.
To say that it took us any longer than normal to get from spot to spot, I think would be wrong. I will say that just like the citizens, when traffic is out and it's heavy, my trucks are in the same traffic, and it can take a little time to get from place to place at that time of day.
We also learned tonight that spring street crews do have liquid de-icer that they put out on the roads. They tried to put that out as a pre-treatment on the roads yesterday. They said they weren't going to do that today, though. Part of the reason was because there's a shortage in the state on that de-icing material, so they have to use it kind of sparingly and only when they really need it. And the thought was tonight the weather wasn't going to quite be as bad as it was yesterday, and so that they wouldn't need it, and they had time between last night's snow and tonight's snow to get out on the roads, as you can see, catch up and get a lot of it plowed that they didn't get a chance to plow yesterday because of all the traffic and how hard that snow was falling. But right now, as you can see, going up the 8th Street Hill here, that can be a problem sometimes for drivers. It's pretty smooth going tonight, and let's hope that most of the other major roads in Colorado Springs are at least in similar condition to this. Reporting live, Scott Harrison, KRDO News Channel 13.
And Pueblo, the roads, they were really tough around there as well today. This is viewer video set in from Douglas Beach. He took it of a car that spun the wrong direction on I-25 northbound at the Abriendo exit. And as meteorologist Jay Polk says, this is something I think that we're going to be getting used to, I guess, over the next few days. Right, Jay?
Several rounds of snow, Jonathan, as we go into the beginning and middle portion of the traditional work week coming up. We are going to continue to see cold temperatures, too. So it's more of a traditional type of snow that you might expect this time of the year, not the wet stuff that we've experienced over the past couple of days. Right now, our Skyscan satellite and radar, there is the snow that we've been tracking for the past several hours. Now, as we start things off, we notice that snow continues to push its way off to the east. And one band has set up now, a heavy band in southern and southeastern portions of El Paso County. That continues to push its way off to the east, but the interstate continues to see snow. The Springs area continues to see snow. We picked up so far a couple of inches in the Springs, and we'll continue to pick up more as the evening goes on and into the overnight. Fountain, it's snowing right now for you at the Ceramic Landscape Materials camera, Highway 85, 87, and Mesa Ridge. And temperatures have dropped off too, so now we're seeing more of what we expect to see this time of the year. Not the wet stuff, more of the dry type of snow around the region. Parkview Medical Center, 17th Street and Grand Avenue, we have 17 degrees. Temperatures around the rest of the region are sitting in the lower to middle teens. And when you factor in the wind, it feels like it's middle single digits, except in Leadville, where the feels like temperature is 20 degrees below zero. It feels like 2 below in Denver as people head out for the big pregame celebrations for tomorrow's Super Bowl. Day planner, Southern Colorado. Temperatures sitting in the upper single digits to lower teens, 23 and 27 at noon for the two cities, and we top out in the mid to upper 20s. And there will be sunshine, which will help to melt some of that snow that's sitting on the roads. But the snow, as we talked about, will be returning throughout our extended forecast, which we will show you, Jonathan, coming up in just a couple of minutes.
All right, thanks a lot, Jay. A disturbance at a Springs nightclub sends a man to Memorial Hospital with serious injuries. Police responded to a disturbance call just after 6 o'clock tonight. It was at the GQ's Sports Bar near Academy in San Miguel. Shortly after that, the unidentified victim arrived at the hospital by ambulance.
That individual is in critical condition. At this point, it is very early in the investigation, and we're trying to figure out were the injuries caused from a disturbance, or is there something else going on at this point?
Police spoke with several witnesses at the bar, but so far there's no suspect and very few details available. Police are continuing to investigate this evening. A harsh punishment for animal cruelty. That's what an animal rescuer feels should happen after what this Pueblo man is accused of, killing a kitten. We want to warn you that this story is disturbing. 25-year-old Robert Heckman is facing felony animal cruelty charges. If he is convicted, he will face up to 18 months in jail. This is Loki, the kitten who was tortured and died. Investigators say Heckman sent out text messages about the incident. Police say the messages read, quote, "I feel like a sick person. You feel euphoric and just don't care what else is going on. A huge natural high. That's why killing is addictive." Barb Jones is an animal rescuer. She feels if Heckman is charged only with 18 months in jail, it's going to lead to more crime.
This was a cat, but it was a living being. But the next one might be someone's child, someone's daughter, someone's son.
Loki's littermate, Stewie, was rescued, and he is being cared for at the Pikes Peak Humane Society. He has to undergo surgery for a congenital condition before he's up for adoption. A mother and her son are dead after a murder-suicide in Highlands Ranch. Douglas County deputies say the standoff happened last night. An armed teenage boy held himself up inside the house, refused to talk with deputies. A standoff ended around midnight. Police say he killed his mother before killing himself. His sister was injured jumping from a window to escape the home. A Springs family escaped injury after their house caught on fire tonight. It happened 3 hours ago in the 5800 block of Northwind Drive near the Vickers Drive intersection. A firefighter helped the family escape. Fire crews quickly knocked down those flames, got the situation under control. It's unclear how much damage the fire caused, though, or what started it. Well, we're less than 24 hours from the big day. The Broncos go head-to-head with the Seahawks in the Super Bowl 48. That's tomorrow. KRDO News Channel 13's sports director Rob Namnoon joins us live from, I guess, New Jersey, Rob, or the excitement is rising.
Yeah. Yes, I'm in East Rutherford, New Jersey, and as you can see, right across the highway there is MetLife Stadium. There's a strong possibility tomorrow, if the Broncos do win the Super Bowl, someone will make a name for themselves. Could be Noshawn Moreno, could be Julius Thomas. Heck, it could be the special teamer extraordinaire Trindon Holliday. Yesterday, Broncos head coach John Fox said he has seen it time and time again. During the Super Bowl, there's always that chance, that possibility of an unheralded player making a name for themselves on the biggest stage in football.
Well, obviously, your star players have to be great in championship games. There's not been very many championships won in any sport, where your big players didn't play big. But there always seems to be the unknown guy, all right, that makes a critical play, whether it's in the kicking game. Lord knows where it's going to come from. But my experience has been there's been one of those events.
One of those events could happen tomorrow right across the highway there at MetLife Stadium. By the way, Peyton Manning tonight won his NFL record 5th MVP trophy. I'm sure he would like to win another MVP trophy and the Super Bowl championship tomorrow night at MetLife Stadium against the Seattle Seahawks. Coming up a little bit later in this newscast, A couple of days ago, I asked some of the Broncos players to look into their crystal ball and tell me how they think they might be feeling the night before they play in the biggest game of their life. Reporting live from East Rutherford, New Jersey, just outside of MetLife Stadium, home of Super Bowl 48, Rob Namnum for KRDO, News Channel 13 Sports.
And Rob and photojournalist Isaac Block has been back and forth from New York City to New Jersey. You can find all of Rob's latest reports from Super Bowl 48 on our website. Go to KRDO.com.
Big game updates are sponsored by Papa Murphy's. Love at 425 degrees.
Temperatures will feel nowhere near 425 degrees as we go through the day tomorrow. There will be more snow in our extended forecast, too, to add to some of the storm totals that we've seen over the past couple of days. Lots of mountain locations have picked up more than 2 feet. Monarch Pass, which you see here, which had 33 inches, is representative of that. And we've also seen totals near a foot in some places like Monument and more than half a foot in places like Woodland Park. Complete details in that 7-day forecast has more snow in it. We'll show it to you coming up next.